Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Poor Innocent channel, and what it's like to really be an actor in Great Britain. I got a phone call from my agent yesterday. Said, I've got you an audition for a part in a film. You'll be on set for the whole 6 weeks if you get the role. They want to see you tomorrow. They're paying £24,000 if you get it. So I thought, good grief, Santa Claus. I said to my agent, darling, please, tell me more. He said, you'll be playing the part of a taxi driver. They're filming in Johannesburg. And she gave me the details of filming, dates, etc., and the name of the two American actors who will be playing the central characters of the movie itself. I then said to her, give me the address of where the audition is taking place. I jotted it all down on a piece of paper. After getting a good night's sleep, I woke this morning fully refreshed and ready to meet the casting director and also the director of this South African film. So I munched through my breakfast and decided to run some lines from a screenplay I'd previously known in a South African accent, just to help eliminate any discrepancy via authenticity. It's imperative I get it right. 2 hours later, off I trot to the audition and arrive 10 minutes early, and as I do, you know my code. The casting director immediately comes over to me and says, hello, Paul, thank you for coming. I then said, hello, it's very nice to meet you, and thank you so much for inviting me. She then said to me, well, so-and-so, the director, specifically asked for you, Paul. There's only 12 other actors up for the same role that you're going for. I then thought, wow, I've actually got a chance of clinching this deal. The sheer exposure for me would be amazing as an actor and raise my profile tenfold. Anyway, a couple of minutes later, a man pops out of the studio where they're recording the auditions and says to the casting director, could you send the next one in, please? Suddenly the casting director yells to me, Paul, you're in now. So off I trot into the studio. The director comes over to me and says, hello, Paul, I'm so-and-so. I'll be directing the film. I shake his hand and say, very nice to meet you. He then says, this is so-and-so, our cameraman. He'll be filming the audition. So I say, hello, nice to meet you. The cameraman looked back at me and smiled at me as to indicate his understanding of my greeting. The director then says, you'll be reading for the part of so-and-so. He's a taxi driver out in South Africa, Johannesburg. The scene you'll be reading for today entails a man having just jumped into your cab and you're being chased down the road by a criminal intent on killing that man. All the while, bullets are being fired at your cab. Would you like a minute to read over it to get the feel of things? To which I replied, no, I'm fine. Let's just do it if you don't mind. The director then said, okay, Paul, if you go over to the cross over there and stand on it, and when I say action, state your name and your agent's name to the camera, and then we can get straight on with it. One other thing, because you're sight reading, would you mind making sure you hold the screenplay quite low down so that I can see the facial expressions that you put forward via the camera? I said to him, no, that's fine, I can do that. So off I trot over to the cross and stand on the cross, script in hand. As I get there, the director then says, Paul, today I'll be reading the part of the passenger in the cab. So I then said to him, that's fine. Suddenly the director shouts, okay, action. So off I go, Paul Innocent, so-and-so agency, and then I launch in with the scripted dialogue. What have you got me into, mate? The director in character then says, just drive. Then I say, I'm just a simple taxi driver. I don't want this. Look, if you keep on driving, I'll give you $500. Money's no good to me if I'm not alive to spend it. Okay, make it $1,000. It's not about the money. I've got a wife and kids at home. The director in character then produces a gun and says, okay, keep on driving, I'll blow your fucking head off. All right, take it easy, just take it easy. I don't want any trouble. The director then says, cut. On my way home, I had so many questions racing through my head. Did I manage to maintain a 99% eye line with the camera whilst I was also simultaneously trying to read the screenplay? Were they able to see on camera properly my facial reactions to the passenger's words? Should I have simulated a bobbing and weaving action with my head to simulate the cab skidding to try and avoid the bullets? Did I get the role? That's it for this week's episode of the Poor Innocent channel, and what it's like to really be an actor in Great Britain. Bye-bye.